on in, everyone. Come on in because we are here to talk about Ready to Love Season 11, Episode 5. I hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I don't know if y'all out there are spending your money on this Black Friday going on, but if you didn't spend all your money, you might need to go ahead and make a donation to Christina for her GoFundMe page. Girl, Christina. Girl, you out here embarrassing yourself. Christina, you embarrassing yourself. Let me tell you something, Christina. When you ask your man for some money for a massage or whatever, I'm with you, girl. That's just you asking your man. But when you run around and you ask multiple men to fund a massage, girl, that's a GoFundMe. I don't know what you thinking. That is a GoFundMe campaign. And let me tell you something. When you collect the money and then you don't even use it for the massage like you did with Devon, that's called a GoFundMe scam. That's a GoFundMe scam when you got people donating to a cause and then you don't even spend the money on that. Girl, 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 girl. Let me tell you, you out here giving good-looking women a bad name. What happened to Pretty Privilege? I thought Pretty Privilege was alive and kicking, whereby pretty women and handsome men didn't have to beg, that panties fall at the feet of good-looking men and money falls at the feet of good-looking women. Well, Christina's out here letting everybody know Pretty Privilege is over. The economy must be really bad. Christina, does this have anything to do with the tariffs? Is this what has ruined it for you? Because I don't know if it's the China tariffs or what is going on, but Christina's out here begging for money for a massage. This is worse than that Wendy Oselfo fraud for insurance. Now we got Christina doing a GoFundMe fraud. But I'm going to tell you who ain't doing no fake insurance fraud, getting no money. That's going to be Shannon. Shannon is not doing no fake jewelry insurance claim fraud like Wendy Oselfo, because Shannon wear her pearls all the time. She keep her jewelry on her. She can't do no fake claim because they'll be like, girl, you got the pearls on in every picture. Shannon don't take off them pearls. It don't matter if she's in the kitchen cooking bacon. She probably got grease all over them pearls. Girl, she won't even let Donna. Remember I was talking about last week, Donna, she was dressing like a church girl. She won't even let Donna wear her pearls. And Donna said, not this week. This week I'm not coming as no church girl. And since Emily's gone, Emily and her two breastises, her conjoined twins are gone. Donna says she gonna let her twins out. Donna, girl, your twins ain't not competing with Emily's twins, conjoined twins. Your twins, Donna, are fraternal twins. They fraternal twins, and Emily was bringing conjoined twins last week, but Miss Donna said, not this week, y'all. You're not going to talk about me in my church outfits this week. I'm showing it all. All she really needed was some pearls, but Shannon said, I'm not loaning you my pearls. And Tommy was saying all the ladies look good. I'm telling you, all these ladies, I'm making all these jokes about these ladies, but let me tell you, all these ladies look good. This is a good-looking group of ladies. They are bringing the fire. And Tommy said, I want to let all y'all ladies know that when you come into this lounge, is it classy enough? And Ashley was like, ooh, it's so classy up in here. And Tommy said, good, because this is a safe haven. I'm glad it is now, Tommy, because back in the day, Tommy was like a dirty old man. He was looking the women up and down, whistling at them. Y'all remember the earlier episodes of Tommy? I know HR talked to Tommy because Tommy was sexually darn near harassing these ladies. But now he says it's a safe haven. It's a safe space. That's what it is now. And Nicole says good, because she says most time people know her as a pageant girl. What? Nicole, don't nobody know you. Nicole said everybody knows her as a pageant girl. Now, Nicole, like I said, everybody's good looking. But let's not get beside ourselves. Let's not take it too far. So Nicole says she's a pageant girl. I don't know. But next thing we know, we saw Dominique inviting everybody over for Thanksgiving dinner. She was cooking up some oxtails. She was flashing her degree. So basically, Dominique is trying to say this: I know how to dress. I'm sexy. I can cook. I'm degreed up. I know how to flirt. I'm the total package. That's basically what Dominique is trying to tell everybody. The only part about her that she got to kind of finesse is she don't want to have no more children because she's afraid, like she said, because she's already had a couple of miscarriages. Plus, she's up there. She's up there. She's not in those prime baby breeding years. So ain't nothing wrong with it. It just said, hey, we all get older. We all get older. So Dominique says, I gotta promote the assets I got, and that's not gonna be the eggs, the fertile eggs category. But I'm gonna go ahead and cook up the meal that Bello want. Thank y'all for correcting me. I was calling him Bolo. Bolo, that was the stripper from Candy's from Real Housewives of Atlanta. That party, right, with Portia. I was calling this man Bolo. Sorry, Bello. I got it right now. Bello said that he wanted an oxtail dinner, and Dominique said, I got you. I got you, boo. I'm going to hook you up. But Bello said he was a Muslim, but did y'all ask him if he asked Dominique if that oxtail was halal? Ain't Muslims supposed to eat meat that was slaughtered a certain kind of way? Bello, boy, are you really Muslim or was just your daddy Muslim? I need it to be straight now because right now I'm not getting Muslim tradition from Bello because he up here kissing on Dominique the minute he get in the house. That ain't no Muslim tradition. Eating oxtails that wasn't prepared halal, and then also kissing a woman on the lips. Oh, Bello. But he bought a gift. I was happy to see that he walked into that house with a gift, and that showed me that he got some class. Because when you come to a dinner party, especially when someone will cook you a home cooked meal, you better bring something. A bottle of wine, a bottle of cider, something. Whether you a man or a woman, you just don't walk up in nobody's house when they done slaved over a hot stove cooking oxtails. Oxtails is expensive. You go to the grocery store right now, oxtails used to be cheap. Oxtails are expensive. So Dominique laid out a pretty penny for that dinner. And in addition, she also was serving shots of Don Julio. So Dominique want to let all y'all know I'm classy. I am classy over here. So Devon was at the dinner. Christina came. Bello came. Chris came. And Bello said he was a little nervous because he liked both Christina and he liked Dominique. Well, this is going to be easy because Dominique is over here serving oxtails, kisses, hugs, sweet words. And Christina's over here raising money for her GoFundMe page. But Devin was hot. He was like, why you didn't ask me what my favorite meal is? And the nerd Devin said, you could have picked my favorite meal, which is sushi. Devin, listen, I ain't laughing because your favorite meal is sushi because I love me some sushi too. But I'm going to tell you, Devin, when I said earlier on, is Devin the nerd or is Devin the man with the swag? And I'm going to tell you right now, Devin saying his favorite meal was sushi. I mean, come on now, Devin. Devin's being used by Dominique. Devin is being used by Dominique to stay on this show. She don't really like Devin like that. She gonna flirt with him so that he is a guaranteed yes for her to stay on the show. Because remember when Dominique almost went home, she says, no, not again. Not again. I'm a string a man along and make him think I really like him like that. But then I'm going to be kissing Bello at the foot of the stairs in the closet so Devin don't really see it. And Chris said he liked Christina too. A lot of people like Christina because Christina is a beautiful woman. And then Christina told us that, when she was younger, she had a little bit of problem because people were calling her fat and ugly. So she said she grew up in a place where she was considered fat and ugly. I don't know where Christina grew up. Maybe she grew up around like maybe a lot of white people and they didn't appreciate her look. I have no idea. And Chris said, "Oh, I'm glad you told me about that because I grew up with a gap in my front teeth and I had a bad hair." And Christina said, "Yeah, that experience really humbled me." What? This is the humbled Christina? Christina last week in the beginning was talking about how she need to be in VIP and everybody can't handle all this pretty. And Christina is saying that when she was younger and people talked about her, that she was humbled. Well, that tells me who the heck was Christina back in the day. No wonder that people talked about her. Christina probably was off the chain when she was younger. And those people were calling her names because they didn't like her personality. Christina probably still running around not wondering why people don't like her. She probably like, oh, they jealous of me. Christina probably one of these women talking about people are jealous of her because of her looks. Well, really what it is, don't nobody like her personality. Girl, you better see yourself. You better go see yourself. But Devon said he was shooting his shot at Dominique. He said, I want you. I want you. I want you now. And he said, thank you for letting me FaceTime your mama. I was like, what, Dominique? You doing too much, Dominique. You really doing too much. You let that man talk to your mama, and now he really thinking he got a real shot with you. But Dominique not dumb. She not no dumb woman. She knows that Devon does not really want no woman that does not want to have any kids. She knows it. She knows it. And I don't know why she don't know with Bello too, because let me tell you, Bello gonna have to have some babies. And this idea that everybody's just gonna be okay with adoption with Dominique, I just don't believe it. I'm sorry to say, I don't believe it. Devon talking about he's open to it. I don't believe any of it. And next thing we know, we got Christina cornering Bello in the kitchen talking about, yeah, I love that conversation we had for 2 hours, that live stream GoFundMe campaign. And she says, I like a man that makes me feel special. And by you talking to me for 2 hours made me feel real special. She said, but what really would have made me feel even more special is if you would have made a donation to my GoFundMe page. Because talking to me for 2 hours, that's fine and good. But what I really need is a donation. And she said, men who care about me, they need to spend their money. And then that's when she told us that she asked three different men, Christina, that her body was aching and it was sore and she needed a massage. Girl, you better go down there and buy you one of them automatic massages. It's Good Friday. You better go down there and get you 130% off instead of running around asking men for money. And then she had the nerve, talking about she humble. She ain't humble. She had the nerve to say, one man's response to me was, I'm not in a position to do that. I forget who she said that was. Then she said, but the sucker was the one that says, I ain't got 300 for no massage, but I'm a cash app you 180. Devon, my cash app is down in the comments. You can listen, Devon, you ain't even got to cash at me 180. You can cash at me 18. $18. Okay. 10%. 10%. If that's all it takes. But I guess I ain't as pretty as Christina. And I'm already married. And my eggs ain't fertile. I'll tell you that right now, Devon. So I probably won't even get $18 from Devon. But Bello tried to lie and be like, oh, I didn't really get your text message until late in the afternoon. But Christina had an answer for him. She said, she said, boy, the massage parlors and salons and whatever else, they open after 3 p.m. Because first of all, she wasn't going to spend the money on a massage anyway. Let me tell you what Christina was going to do. She was going to collect 180 from all these men. 300. That's what she went for. 300 from 3 different men. She was planning on collecting $900. She ended up collecting only 180, but she was never ever going to use all that money to go and get a massage. What she was going to do was she was going to take all that money, pocket it, pay her rent, and then she was going to go and talk to a man she really liked, and he was going to give her a free massage. I guarantee you that's what she was going to do. I know for sure that's what she was going to do. I believe it. I really, really believe it. But as the episode went on, we got to start seeing some of these dates, and we got to see Nicole's date with Devon. They went to the batting cages, and Devon said, even though Dominique is his boo, he said, Nicole, the pageant girl, really is his ideal woman because she's smart, she's kind. And then Nicole, I guess she is a pageant girl because she started talking about how she want to make the world a better place. She want to make a difference in the world. And Devon loved that pageant answer. And so I don't know if it's going to make him want the pageant girl. I think he still wants the bad girl who's Dominique. To be honest with you, let me tell you something. Devon is not going to waste his shot at trying to get with the bad girl, the it girl, the popular girl, because Devon has had cracks after girls like Nicole his whole life. The square girls, because that's what Ed called her, square. Ed was over there going out on a double date, quadruple date, whatever you want to call it, with Shannon. Shannon invited everybody over to her house. She had on her pearls once again. And she didn't have one of these raunchy parties where you got to drink if you did it, don't drink if you didn't do it. You know, them little raunchy parties they be playing on these reality TV shows. Shannon said, no, this is show and share. We are going back to the first grade. This is show and share, and I am your first grade teacher with my pearls on. But everybody got into it. Darius came over there. Darius said, I'm joyful anytime I can be around Shannon because she just makes him feel good. And Shannon's show and share was a dilation wheel. Girl, Shannon. She said, I'm a registered nurse, and I'm going to show you a cervical wheel. This is used to determine how large the cervix of a woman has gotten. Shannon. This is weird, Shannon, because everybody else is bringing something sentimental to them. You bringing something from your job. Girl, that's like me. I'm an engineer. What could I bring from my job for show and share? A laptop? Girl, come on now. This is ridiculous. Shannon, you could have gone a little bit more personal than the cervical wheel. Unless there's a story behind it, Shannon. It looks like you just was at your job. You said, damn, I forgot I'm hosting show and share. And on your way out the door, there was a cervical wheel laying on a table. You picked it up and put it in your bag, and now you showing it. You got time to put on them pearls, but you ain't got time to come up with some real show and share, Shannon. This is ridiculous. Xavier brought a dead rose, a petrified rose that he done have enclosed in a glass case like a casket from his grandmama. I was like, what, Xavier? You had the rose enclosed in a glass case and petrified? I ain't never seen nothing like that, y'all. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Donna brought over some pom-poms because she said she used to teach dancing, coach. She was a coach for a dancer. She brought some pom-poms. Ed told us a sad story that his brother was killed. And I think he brought like something, a gift his brother had given him. It was the last thing before his brother passed away, or he didn't pass away. He was killed in Afghanistan, active duty. So many people lose their lives for us in this country. So we got to always be thankful for them. And then Darius, who, remember, Donna said was, fake and phony. He brought a whole outfit that his mama had sewn for his little daughter back when she was little. Now his daughter's grown. And he said the reason why he got his passion for clothes was because his mother used to sew all his clothes, you know. Um, and so he said he loves him some Shannon. People are loving the sophistication of Shannon. They also are liking the sophistication of Nicole. A lot of these Detroit men are saying they don't want no thoughts. They this is one episode where you see the men saying we want women of substance. And I'm really liking the show. I think there's some good men of substance. Now, Darius got a lot of children, so I guess Shannon gonna have to think about that. Does she have a pearl for every child that Darius has? I don't know. But Darius's sentimental a gift or thing he brought to share really touched Donna. And she said Donna might need to change her mind about Darius. Donna might be over there competing with Darius's heart with Shannon. She might rip them pearls off Shannon's neck. You better be careful, Shannon. You better be careful. But just when I thought Donna was turning over a new leaf, just when I thought, okay, she done got rid of the church girl outfit. She done got rid of the judgment of Darius. And here she is about to have a meeting, a date, a conversation with Xavier. And here come the old Donna walking through the room. Donna said, well, finally we got a chance to talk to each other, Xavier. And instead of using that time for Donna to have Xavier know her and her to know Darius, Donna sits over there and interviews the man about, have you made other connections? Who have you talked to? Has this experience made you reconsider how you approach dating? You know what I'm starting to believe, y'all? I'm starting to believe that Donna the mathematician is not on here for love. Donna the mathematician is about to start a dating app. And what she's on here for is to gather statistical analysis to help her program her dating app. Because these questions that she was asking Xavier were not like me getting to know you. These were questions you ask in an interview because you're about to do an assessment. I'm an engineer. I know what Donna was doing. She was doing an assessment for some statistical analysis for her dating app. And then she's going to go over there to Christina and say, Christina, can I get some money from your GoFundMe page so I can fund my dating app? Because either Donna is the worst dater ever, or she's developing a dating app. I'm going to go with a dating app. That's what I'm going to go for. But Shannon also had a date with Ed. Ed was loving him some Shannon, which I don't get Ed. Remember, Ed said that he didn't like Nicole in undergrad because she was too conservative. Remember the word conservative. When he had dinner with Donna, he didn't like Donna because she was too much of a sinner and not enough of a saint. She wasn't with the Christian religion. She wasn't going to be going to church. She wasn't going to pray, nothing. So he rejected Nicole, as he said, because she was too conservative. He rejected Donna because she wasn't conservative enough. And now he says that he's over here with Shannon with the pearls, saying she looked like she can be the first lady of the city, and that's what Ed wants. He said, these hands are lethal. I used to be a boxer. I never got knocked out. But these hands can protect you, Shannon. That's what these hands are for. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't trust Ed. Ed gives too many different answers that contradict, and I don't think we know who Ed really is. I'm just putting it on record. But another person trying to make a turnaround in her reputation is Ashante. Because remember, Ashante, she didn't have no good reputation the first couple of episodes, but she says, I'm a private chef, so I'm going to go ahead and set up this date with Lauren, Cardi, and Vince, and we're going to go to a private chef, and we're going to cook. And while they was on this date, Vince was getting on her last nerves. But while he was getting on her nerves, Cardi was over here charming the ladies. He was charming Lauren. He um he was charming Ashante. Cardi let everybody know, hey, I got dreams, I got hopes, I got aspirations. I'm gonna be a pilot and I'm gonna take you on a whirlwind trip. And shoot. Everybody was like, Cardi is funny, he's sweet, he's confident. People are loving them some Cardi, and Vince is over here triggering Ashante. Vince was over here triggering Ashante. I'm gonna tell you right now, uh, Vince, he is outspoken. He is outspoken, but I'm gonna give Vince credit on this because he actually says something I say a lot in dating when it comes to this whole 50-50. 50-50. Do you believe in 50-50? And although people might not have liked Vince's delivery, although he could have said it maybe a bit more I don't know, thoughtful. What he was actually saying, I actually agree with Vince. And that is, listen, if you're a woman and you want to be a stay-at-home mom, or you don't want your money to count towards the household bills, then what you'll need to be comfortable with is living within the means of my salary. That's the man. So Vince is saying, if I make 150, then we ain't got to go 50-50. I pay all the bills as long as you can live within 150. But if you want to live at the 250 level, then you're going to need to work. Because what Vince is saying is a lot of women are out here, they 75, whatever. The man is making they 150. And what they're saying is, I don't really want to bring down my level of living to your 150 because I'm already living at 150. I want to be able to live at 300. So because you don't make 300, I can't get with you. I actually agree with Vince. I know a lot of people may not agree with him, but I absolutely agree with him. But no matter how he said it, Ashanti said, your energy is combative, you argumentative, and I'm not here for it. I'm not here to go back and forth with you, Vince, with this attitude that you got. And I understood what Ashanti was saying. I do believe that Vince has a bit of a chip on his shoulder. Somewhere along the way, Vince has taken his thought process on the road, and he's laid these thought processes on certain women, and women have not thought it through. Honestly, some of the thoughts of Vince is giving me a little bit of the Kevin Samuels vibes. I'm not going to say all the way, but there are a lot of women triggered over any bit of conversation that feels any bit like Kevin Samuels. And when they hear it, they go off. They really don't hear the rest. And what Vince was saying was, you didn't really listen to me, Ashanti. You got triggered so early in the conversation, you didn't even hear me out. And I actually agree with him. I think that Vince's delivery, because he had another conversation before, I forget what it was. I think people are so triggered that they don't really hear him out, because had they really listened to everything he said, I don't think what he said was actually that bad. But anyway, his ass ended up being on the bottom. He ended up being on the bottom. And in the end, he got to stay. But the only reason he got to stay was because Xavier was worse. That's it. It's almost like grading on a curve. You got a D, you got a C on the paper, but because other people got D's and F's, they're the ones that got let go, but you still didn't do well. You did not do well. But Ed also got to go out with Ashley. They went to the dog park. And Ashley trying to figure out from Ed if he's serious. I know what she's trying to get to, because I'm wondering the same thing, Ashley. Ed ain't showing who he really is. I know Donna was running around talking about Darius ain't showing who he is. Ed is contradicting himself over and over again, because let me tell you another lie I called Ed in. Ed said he used to be married. And when Ashley said, why did the marriage break up? He said, because I had been with someone since I was 15 years old. If you was with her since you was 15, that means you was with her when you was doing your dirty dog Q ways in college. And that's when Nicole was trying to get with you. So, Ed, was you cheating on your girlfriend from back in the day in college? I'm telling you, the man who wants the woman to go to church every single day, but yet, or every single week, but yet some of the things that come out his mouth don't add up to the truth. Okay. Christina over here running a fake GoFundMe scam page. And Donna, don't let Ed sign up on your dating app because Ed is lying to these women. I believe he's lying to these women. So Donna, don't let him sign up with no fake profile on your dating app. But Ashley said, I want a man who's going to show interest in me. Ed right now is soft-spoken and mysterious. Mysterious, that's a good way to say that your lie antennas is going up. Ain't nobody mysterious at this doggone age. They hiding something. Ed is hiding something. But the last date we got to see was Steven. He took Christina on a tie-dye date. Christina said that she is ready. It wasn't Christina. Who went on the tie? No, that was Ashanti was on the tie-dye date with Steven. And Ashanti says she's ready for some Steven. Steven is good looking. He is really good looking. I wonder what Steven's problem has been out here in the dating world. It's got to be that he's a teacher and his income and his salary. Because a lot of male teachers like Steven, he around a lot of students. He's around a lot of students' mothers, single mothers at open house, PTA meetings, everything. And I'm sure there are a lot of women who want to get with Steven, even if it's just to get your back cracked, because Steven is good looking. He seems sweet. He seems kind. So I'm wondering why Steven has had a hard time with women. Does he like the wrong type of women? Or does he like women that run over him? Because I need to know. Is it just because teachers don't make enough money and a lot of women out here don't want to go 50-50 and they know right now they can't live off one teacher's salary? If you go in with Steven, you're going to be 50-50. Your ass might be 70-30. But you get you a good looking man who's sweet and kind. So I need to know why Steven ain't got no woman. I need to hear more from Steven. He said he grew up in Flint. Where are my Michigan people at? I used to know a guy from Flint, Michigan. And from what I remember, don't get mad, no Flint people. I ain't trying to talk about your city. Remember, I'm from LA. My city got a lot of problems too. From what I remember, Flint had a lot of problems. I know that water was bad. I know that water was bad in Flint, Michigan. So I don't know if Steven said normally Christina, Ashanti, you remind me of the girls from Flint, Michigan. But he said that's a good thing though. So maybe Steven liked the around the way girls. I have no idea. I don't want to offend nobody, but I need to know what is Steven's type and why has he gone wrong. But in the end, he was on Ashanti's top. Cardi was on her top. Lauren was loving her some Cardi. Nicole loved Devon. Shannon was loving Ed, and Ashley was loving Darius, and Dominique was loving Bello. And Bello, what I think Bello should do, Bello's good looking. Bello, I think you should go all the way bald because I think you actually have a nice shaped head and your beard is real nice. And if you go bald, what we will do is we'll stop concentrating on that like bald part and we'll look at everything else about Bello, that nicely trimmed beard, that beautiful chocolate smooth skin, that nice glistening head. Right now, Bello, I think that part is a little bit distracting. You should just go bald, Bello. I'm telling Bello, you look good. I might call you Bolo. Listen, Bello, if you shave off that hair, we might be going back to calling you Bolo. Listen to me. But in the end, Xavier was on the bottom. And when he showed up for the elimination date, Dominique did him dirty, shaded him real bad, and ordered him an old fashioned. And poor Xavier didn't even know what was hitting him. He was like, oh, thank you. You know my drink. You know my drink. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't used to like old fashions either, but maybe it is something when you get old, you drink an old fashioned because I like me an old fashioned. I ain't gonna lie. I can drink me an old fashioned. And Vince was over there calling women the B word. The B word. Come on now, Vince, you doing too much. He tried to backtrack it and say he didn't want his daughter to look at him that way with his bluntness and his being opinionated. Um, yeah, Vince, you're gonna have to change up your vocabulary, your speech, your delivery a whole lot. But you know what? Donna didn't have no problems with Vince. She said, I'm glad you're not going home because I really want to get to know you. Because Donna is doing research for her dating app and you represent a certain profile of men and she needs to capture your data. I'm telling you right now what Donna is. Donna is trying to get sample sets from different types of people and Vince is a sample set. So she needs you to stay a little bit longer so she can collect some more data on you. And in the end, Xavier went home because they told him you too guarded. He said that normally he keeps it on the surface. He protects himself. And Dominic said, well, he talking about he going to open up now. She said, too late. You late to the party. The party's over. Time for you to go home. You are not ready to love. And that was the end, y'all. That was the end. So anyway, we're going to have to see what happens on the next episode. But don't hurt yourself out there on a Good Friday. And make sure you donate at least $1 to Christina's GoFundMe page. Talk to y'all later. Bye.